I'm so excited to share with you today a brand new online homeschooling program called Homeschool Plus from the creators of ABC Mouse and Adventure Academy. I'm going to give you an overview, walkthrough, and demo of this brand new program, as well as my honest review as a homeschooling parent. So if you're excited to learn about this brand new homeschool program, let's get started and check it out. First, let's talk about the subjects that they offer. Just like most other online homeschooling programs, they offer a full curriculum in math and reading. In addition, they also include lessons in science, language arts, social studies, art, and even Spanish. For the parents, there are easy-to-use lesson planning tools and helpful information so you can keep track of your child's progress. You get all this for $49.99 a month or $39.99 a month if you choose to purchase a full year in advance. That is a little on the pricey side for an online homeschooling program, but we're going to check it out and see if it's worth the money. Right now, you can get a 10-day free trial if you use my link in the video description below. If you do use my personal link for the free trial, I will receive a small commission, which helps me to run my channel and make more videos like this at no cost to you. So I really do appreciate it if you could use my link. But before you sign up, keep watching so you can learn all about this new homeschool program and decide if it's worth trying out or not. Okay, so let's start with the basics. The most important thing to understand is that this program is for children in pre-K through second grade or ages 4 to 8. So if your kids are older than that, this is probably not the homeschool program for you. You can check out other videos on my channel for homeschool programs that are better suited for older children. If your kids are in the right age range for Homeschool Plus, let's take a look at how to get it set up. Compared to other online homeschool programs, this is really easy to set up. Just sign up, put in your child's birthday, and it will recommend a schedule for you right away, which of course you can modify at any time. I'll show you exactly how to do that a little bit later in the video. Homeschool Plus sets up the lessons by day of the week so you can plan your child's lessons in advance, and they will log on and see what lessons they need to complete for that day. As you can see, it's a very bright and inviting main page, which makes sense since Homeschool Plus is geared towards younger children. When you want to modify the lesson plans, you just go over to Lesson Planner, and then you can modify all of your child's lessons here. You can also print out these lesson plans for each day of the week. They have additional offline activities here that you can do with your child. We'll get into that more in a little bit. When your child first signs up for Homeschool Plus, they will do some activities to assess their level in math and reading. It is recommended that your child starts here so that Homeschool Plus can personalize your child's learning path in these subjects. We'll take a closer look at that in a moment. For now, I just want to mention that if you do sign up for the free trial, take the time to complete these initial assessments before making your decision on Homeschool Plus. The assessment portion is not really the best representation of the way that the lessons are designed. Once you've moved past the initial assessment, a lot more interesting lessons begin to pop up. Down here on the page, you will see all of your child's additional lessons for that day. So this is going to look different for each day of the week depending on what you have chosen for your child. Now let's take a look at how to create a lesson plan. So you can see that it's set up week by week. So for this week, the only options are the days that are still left for this week. My Math Academy and My Reading Academy, which are the biggest parts of Homeschool Plus, are set up by time spent per day. And they have these set for every day of the week. You can shut them off for certain days of the week, and you can adjust the amount of time that your child should spend on them. The rest of the lessons are below. You can see that Homeschool Plus recommends 1 to 3 of these additional lessons per day. The lessons have several activities each, and some of them can be a bit long for a small child. So I agree with their recommendation, especially for the younger kids. They don't tell you which of these lessons are for which grade level here, but there is one area of the site where you can see that. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's jump ahead to next week so you can see how you can map out a whole week's schedule. This is just a sample scenario. You can set this up however you like for your child. You can see that it defaults to 20 minutes a day for math and reading. You can adjust this however you like. For the rest, just scroll down and click the plus to open up each lesson. Let's say you want your child to work on systems of the human body on Monday and Friday. Just click the plus button and the lesson will be added. You can click edit to add or delete individual activities in each lesson. Delete an activity by clicking the X or click the plus button to add an activity. This is a little complicated because you have to actually know what you're looking for in order to add an activity. So I don't know if that's really going to be that useful. You can also restore to default or delete the lesson entirely. We can add some Spanish for Tuesday and Wednesday and maybe grammar for Thursday. It's really up to you. It seems that they just select the next lesson, so they're kind of going in order. If you've ever used ABC Mouse, I feel it's kind of similar to how that works. So as far as I can see, there's no real way to completely change the order of things. There also isn't any option to view the full catalog of lessons and activities. If you like things to be simple, then that's a good thing, right? Not everyone wants to go through each lesson and plan it out in so much detail. Once you have your week mapped out, you can also go ahead and print these individual lesson plans at the top. These are nice because they give you some offline activities to do with your child. I think that's really nice that they include that, especially for the price. It's important, in my opinion, when homeschooling not to rely solely on online learning. If you want to shut off a certain day, you can do that here. Or you can shut off a certain lesson rather than going in and deleting it. One nice thing is that they duplicate your lesson plan week by week, so the same subjects will be on the same days. So the shut off button is nice if you want to skip a lesson on that day just for 1 week, but have it resume the following week. Another thing you can do is create a default schedule by going into the account settings. From here, you can click on the default schedule button and this will pop up. This is a quicker way to just pick which subjects your child should do on which days of the week, and also to adjust the time limit for math and reading. This is also the only place that I have found where you can see the grade levels for the additional subjects. So if you have a pre-K student, you might not want to pick grammar and writing. And your first grader is probably beyond the art section. So you can see that here. This is probably the best way to create your schedule at first. And then if you want to make any specific changes, you can do that on the lesson planner page. When your child is ready to get started with work, they're going to log on and just see their lessons for that day. They can go in any order that they want, but they can only view the current day's lessons. For math and reading, once they have done their time for that day, a pop-up will notify them that they have completed their daily work for that subject. The progress bar below the lesson will also be full, but they can keep going if they like. It doesn't stop them. For the other lessons, there will be a few different activities in each lesson. Once all of the activities are completed, the yellow progress bar below the lesson will be full. Once your child has completed all of their lessons for that day, a new section will open up called Free Play Activities. There are books, puzzles, and games that remind me a lot of ABC Mouse or some of the other popular apps for children. If you don't want this option, you can disable it by unchecking this box in the lesson planner section. The progress tracker is where you can view your child's progress through the lessons and subjects. You need to choose from the drop-down for either math, reading, or the other skills. You can view the time spent on the subject's overall progress and what your child has been working on. You can open up any of the items on the right and see the details as to the lesson that your child completed. They have this categorized in 4 skill levels: in progress, prior knowledge, completed, and needs support. So this can give you an idea of how your child is progressing in the different areas. At the end of this video, I will give you my completely honest review, as I do in every video. But before we get to that, I do want to give you a bit of a demo of some of the lessons so you can see what it looks like and how it all works. But before we do that, I just want to remind you to please click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my other homeschool review videos. And if you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like or leaving a comment. It really does mean a lot. Okay, so now for the demo.
Count backward from 10 to put the numbers in order. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Okay, let's keep going. Count backward from 10. 8. 9. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Hi, my name is Bitsy. I'm looking for a kid who can help me learn to read. Can you show me what you already know? Then I can know it too, and we can get started learning new things. Choose an activity by tapping on it.
Here is how this game works. I will ask you to find a word that rhymes with dive. You can tap this picture to hear the word again. Tap the word to choose it. Tap here to submit your answer. Let's play. Listen. Cat. Change t to p. What's the word? Listen. Rug. Change r to b. What's the word?
Bug.
Fantastic! We did all the setup. I have a friend Nano who has the best teacher in the whole world. My friend's teacher Miracle taught him to read. Maybe she can help you teach me too. Then you can share all the new things you learned with me. We're going to play games and read lots of books together. Choose an activity by tapping on it.
Nano, do you hear that? It's raining really hard.
Too much rain! I want to play outside!
Well, Nano, you're lucky we live here and not in the rainforest, where it rains all year long.
It rains all year long? How do the animals go out and play?
Actually, the animals in the rainforest do go out in the rain. The rainforest is a perfect home for them. Animals and plants have characteristics that help them survive in their environment.
Oh! Wow!
Want to find out about amazing plants and animals and where they live?
Yippee yippity yay!
Then let's read about habitats.
The United States is a really big country. It doesn't look very big to me. It's so big that it would take someone a year to walk all the way from one side to the other and back. Whoa! So if I started walking on my 10th birthday, I'd get back home on my 11th birthday? Yup. Wow! But if it's one big country, why did you draw all those lines through it? Those are the states that make up the country. The reason the country is called United States of America is because it is made of many different states that are joined together, or united, to make one country.
Greetings, Earthling. I'm Maya. I'm here to help you learn about another language. Whoa, look at that. All these words are about places where people live. Casa, house. Casa. Apartamento, apartment. Apartamento. Edificio, building. Edificio. Amazing! Now, let's go on a mission with Gulu Gulu. Remember, you don't have to understand all the Spanish you hear. Listen for the words you just learned. Casa, apartamento, edificio, pueblo, ciudad. Good luck, Earthling!
Gulu Gulu, we know that the human body lives in something, what was it called again? Oh yes, una casa!
Okay, so now that you've seen the demo, it's time for my honest review of Homeschool Plus. First, the things that I like about Homeschool Plus. For one, I like that it is from a company that you can trust. ABC Mouse and Adventure Academy are really great products from Age of Learning, which is the same creator of Homeschool Plus. I have a full video on Adventure Academy on my channel that you can check out if you're interested. I'll leave the link in the video description. But anyway, it's a really good company making these products. They put a lot of work into this latest edition, and you can tell. Another thing I love is how bright and colorful it is for kids. My 3-year-old twins were really interested watching me go through the lessons and make this video. It really grabbed their attention, although they are a little bit too young for this program just yet. I also really love the simplicity of it all. If you've watched some of my other homeschool review videos, or tried some other homeschooling websites yourself, you know how complicated some of them can be. Homeschool Plus is very user-friendly for parents and kids, save for just a few of the things that I mentioned in this video. This is a totally new homeschool program though, so I have a feeling that once they start getting some more feedback from the parents, they will iron out those kinks. There is a button at the top to submit feedback, and I do encourage you to do so if you try out this program and find anything that you think needs to be improved. Okay, so now for the things that I don't like as much about Homeschool Plus. Number one is the price. This is one of the more expensive online homeschooling programs out there. It does allow you to add multiple children without increasing the price, but I really do think it should be less expensive for one child, even if it is a full curriculum. The other thing that is kind of a drawback if you are a parent that likes a lot of freedom to play around with the schedule, this is a very basic setup, which may be great for some families, but it may be a negative for others. Their analytics section is also very basic. They don't have reports to print out and things like that a lot of the other online homeschooling programs offer. But you gotta remember, Homeschool Plus is designed for the younger kids, and I'm not sure that you really need all of that information until your kids get a little bit older anyway. Finally, as it is a newer website, I have noticed some glitches. Sometimes, especially when working in the additional courses, you have to go out and come back or reload the page to get things to work. It's not bad, but it does happen, and it may be difficult for a young child to understand how to fix it. Okay, so that is absolutely everything that I can think of to share with you about the new online homeschooling program, Homeschool Plus. Don't forget to use my link in the description if you want to try it out for free for 10 days. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the other videos in this series. Thank you so much for watching.